seal their place in the National League, while Pemba Queens FC took charge of Group B with a well-earned point that keeps them unbeaten heading into the penultimate day. We have the news in detail shortly.
The news, 88.5 Sun FM.
And now the news in detail. The family of late former President Edgar Lungu has officially announced that his funeral and burial will take place in South Africa in accordance with the family's wishes for a private ceremony. In a statement, a family spokesperson, Makebi Zulu, revealed that the decision was made to allow the family space to mourn and celebrate the life of the late leader with dignity and peace. Mr. Zulu expressed a deep gratitude for the outpouring of support and condolences received from across Africa and beyond. The family has also extended appreciation to the South African government for its respectful support and for honoring the family's decision to host the funeral privately, adding that their non-interference and respect for the South African Constitution and the rights is commendable. Further details regarding the funeral and burial will be shared with the public in both Zambia and South Africa in due course. The Livingstone Fire Brigade recorded a total of 89 fire-related incidents between January 1st and June 1st, 2025, according to Chief Fire Officer Robert Seulu. In an interview with Sun FM TV, Chief Seulu revealed that the brigade responded to 33 fire emergencies between January 1st and March 29, with an additional 44 cases reported between April 1st and June 1st. Of the 44 incidents in the second period, 29 were actual fire outbreaks comprising 2 house fires, 2 bush fires, 8 disaster restorations, 6 skip bin fires, and 1 vehicle fire. Meanwhile, the first quarter's 33 cases included 1 house fire, 1 bush fire, 5 disaster restorations, 17 skip bin fires, as well as 1 shop fire, 1 lodge fire, 1 garbage heap fire, and 1 network tower fire. Chief Seulu expressed optimism over the low number of house and market fires, crediting both Divine Grace and the brigade's ongoing fire safety education programs. Notably, no market fires were recorded during this period. However, he raised concerns over the persistently high number of skip bin fires, particularly in city markets.
From 1st January to 1st June, we have recorded about 89 instances. And if you can say there are no market fires. I know the message is by the grace of God, but sometimes, yes, it's the grace of God, but also our intervention by the fire department. We have been to so many fire markets, to so many markets to give the public awareness on fire safety. We have been to, some of the markets that we have been to. We have been to Ligoi market, we have been to Maramba market, Mbita, Dambwa, Riverside, and Daba Central.
Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development Permanent Secretary in charge of Technical Affairs, Nicholas Piri, has called on local authorities and ward development committees, WDCs, among others, to familiarize themselves with the newly effected changes in the implementation of empowerment and development projects financed by the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. Speaking when he addressed ward councillors during a meeting held in the council chamber in Luansha, Mr. Piri said the revised CDF Act has now come with a requirement to ensure WDC and CDF committees use their district integrated development programs, IDPs, as the guide in the selection of the type of projects to implement. He said the implementation of CDF projects using the IDP as a guide was now a legal requirement. The PS advised the CDF secretariats to see to consistently engage the provincial local government officers to ensure that the stipulated requirement of having all suitable qualified. During the meeting, Mr. Piri also disclosed that the government has started the process of reviewing the implementation of the Cash for Work initiative, which is said had been extended beyond June 2026. This is in a statement issued by Luansha Municipal Council Public Relations Manager Gideon Tole. Chief Kanyama of the Lunda-speaking people in Mwinilunga district has praised the government through the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock for subsidizing Boran bulls to support livestock farmers in the province. The traditional leader, who is one of the beneficiaries, purchased improved Boran bulls for only 5,000 kwacha from the breeding center, says the number of offspring from the improved breed has increased since the program started. Chief Kanyama was speaking when the Provincial Livestock Development Officer for Northwestern Bona Zulu toured the breeding centers and beneficiaries in the Kalumbila, Mwinilunga and Ikelengi district. And Provincial Fisheries and Livestock Coordinator for Northwestern Province, Charles Luanga, says the program is progressing well with more than 300 offspring recorded among the beneficiaries visited so far in the province.
Livestock production is a government priority, and efforts are being made to support farmers through the distribution of subsidized Boran bulls to improve the breed in Northwestern Province. The Kanyama and Jundu breeding centers are central to this initiative, supporting stocking and restocking programs across districts like Mwinilunga, Karumbira, and Ikelengi. Chief Kanyama of the Lunda-speaking people in Mwinilunga district is among the beneficiaries, having accessed improved bulls at just 5,000 kwacha each.
8,700.
From the time we benefited bulls, we would have recorded 700 to 800 cattle, but we have been selling some. However, we recorded a good number of offsprings.
Other farmers in the province have also expressed appreciation for the government support.
So the Chiramone kusegera kudi mfurumendi ne program
and I'm excited because all the calves are actually females. With the help of the government allowing me to access a bull program at the breeding center should continue.
I encourage my friends who have also benefited from Kanyama and Jiwundu breeding centers to keep their animals well so that we help others who haven't even benefited so that they can get some good breed from us.
Provincial Fisheries and Livestock Coordinator Charles Ruanga is happy with the program, with more than 300 offspring being recorded among beneficiaries visited so far in the province.
Preliminary results so far, what we have collected in terms of reports, we have about over 300 animals have been bought from the animals that they bought from the breeding centers, and they're doing so well.
Provincial Livestock Development Officer for Northwestern Province, Bona Zulu, emphasized the significance of maintaining the centers to benefit the local farmers.
So the breeding center's objective is to make sure that farmers have access to affordable breeding stock, also to have access to improved breeding stock.
The officers at the breeding center and the district office understand the importance of managing the facilities properly to benefit the farmers in the district.
The management here is done very fairly. I think I cannot complain. We have got a lot of activities that happens on management basis.
You can imagine a bull being sold for 5,000 kwacha. It tells a big story on the passion for the government to improve beef production or the livestock sector.
Since the program started, we have been off-roading to make sure that the production in Karumbira increased.
Krivat Tuta reporting in Mwinilunga district, Northwestern Province.
Sports news.
Shake and sip down in your soul. What you waiting for? Come on, let's go. Shake and sip. Get up and show me how to shake and sip. Get
Shake things up with Shake and Sip Fruity Milk.
Go, go, go. Every moment you be in the zone. Shake it up, shake it, it's the way to
Shake
go.
and Sip, when fresh meets fruity.
And in sports, Green Buffaloes Girls FC maintained their flawless record in Group A to seal their place in the National League, while Pemba Queens FC took charge of Group B with a well-earned point that keeps them unbeaten heading into the penultimate day. Green Buffaloes Girls FC defeated Mwenzo Queens Academy 1-0 to move to 9 points and secure top spot in Group A to confirm their qualification to the National League. In the other fixture, Valley Queens FC climbed to second place with a 2-0 win over Kalumbila Queens, thanks to goals from Leila Daka and Precious Nkoma. Valley Queens now have 6 points and are 1 result away from joining Green Buffaloes in promotion. Pemba Queens FC held Wacha Pirates Queens FC to a new all draw in Thursday's early kickoff to remain unbeaten in Group B. With 2 wins and a draw, Pemba now sit on 7 points, putting them in a strong position to secure qualification with 1 game remaining. In the day's second fixture, Young Mu Sports Academy earned their first win of the campaign with a 1-0 victory over Mulauli Academy, moving to 3 points and keeping their hopes alive heading into the final round. Well, that sports item brings us to the end of this edition of the news. Do join us shortly as we get your views. My name is Alan Mwale. Stay tuned.
Sun FM.
Oh, what a bad day. When everything is bright and golden. The sun is shining and the mighty morning. Without my family in that moment, that day would have been a bad day.
Yeah, everyone's bad day is my bad day. But guess what? When my banja comes together, there are no bad days.
Banja washing powder, the family detergent.
Imagine having nature's secrets to health and vitality in a bottle. Introducing Lifeway Shot Health Drink. Ginger for digestion. Beetroot for stamina. Aloe vera for skin. Tamarind for metabolism. Baobab for immune support. Lifeway Shot. Embrace wellness naturally.
There. This is Views on News. My name is Evans Malasha. To participate by giving us your views on news, you will be calling the number 0955 855 9533. Remember that your views are particularly on the news that was carried out during our 16 hours bulletin. We look at the stories that made headlines. The family of late former President Edgar Lungu has officially announced that his funeral and burial will take place in South Africa in accordance with the family's wishes for a private ceremony. The Livingstone Fire Brigade recorded a total of 89 fire-related incidences between January 1st and June 1st, 2025, according to Chief Fire Officer Robert Siolu. Local authorities and ward development committees, among others, have been called to familiarize themselves with the newly effected changes in the implementation of empowerment and development projects financed by the Constituency Development Fund CDF. Chief Kanyama of the Lunda-speaking people in Winyulunga district has pressed government through the Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock for subsidizing broad bulls to support livestock farmers in the province. And Green Buffaloes Girls FC maintained their flawless record in Group A to seal their place in the National League, while Pemba Queens FC take charge of Group B with a well-earned point that keeps them unbeaten heading into the permanent day. 0955 855 953. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
One Zambia, one nation. Malasha, mwatebeza bwanji, mwankala bwanji ku captivity.
Awe, iseta senze chapepuino, tiri chapepuino kaabeve uko bari banji.
Mdara wandinga kapari muntu pano ufure kwati ni mfode mpepo ni nevo. Chiri bwino. Ya mkwae, ama Zambia ni kumfana kubombesha no kusaka turendera chako turi barabanka chimkwae. Kati nyuzi chari ngati mfode mpepo mdara na makaparo chikwete. Kufa wati ba former president yesu, Baka bari weka ba kucharo chavene kuja South Africa. Mamona chavulanda sana. That's being in Zambia. Chatala mwana kwa bataba ko toni kuna kwa familia ba former president. Anyway, leta bapale milinda mbiabo. Pane paro anda Zambia ni mtu anteterepo. Kwa sababu ngwe ba president avene ba former president ko bali hapa. Ya bali chikabana bali chinaine bali vitopera tawe naine baka chika pano pene. Kali president bario. Na bali chakawe naine kaba pano pene. Nomba kwata watu ko ni family de sabapare kwena if you tefi awe this is amdara nika kwa ndekete sana kisa ndako shikaimbi. I'm very satisfied indeed. I'm not happy at all.
Thank you. 0955 855 953, that is the number you are calling us on this particular afternoon with your views on news. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good, thanks. Who's on the line and where are you calling us from?
John Milambo, Alex Milambo.
Bagay Bakonga Nyepo.
I did a strong for our family, our former president, Baleshi kwa South Africa. Kwena iyo kulubali lwanjineneka kina kimono kwewa kikulingana nefyo bekere nga family bapanga decide zako twarashikira ku bufayo bwabo lero kulingana nefyo cyalo kingalana bucyala ndoko kwewa kitafyatala fitika noma tufure twalolekesha cyinshi cyalenga pakucyuriyo umuntu ari president ashikwe kuri anishipari problem family limira government afyale umfwana nanda na uni president wako ya ule form harando kwewa president wako kwewa chao twalaba support napa kuchena support ni chinanchi kwewa tafyali wino so na forma kola zili mtu alilando kwa kanshinga na nikuda kuine washike so vile vile ama foto ale fua ya forma kola chafikishwa so tuisakamana sana patu bali walelanda kanshinga kushika umshikile kula kwetu ba president walisa degree kwewa chao ichichiro kwa kanshi muno tamuri so na wanda kaichikila kula kwetu welcome move bombe ni my brother.
Tell 0955 855 953. That is 0955 855 953. That is the number you are calling on this particular afternoon with your views on news. It is a Friday edition of Views on News. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Evans Malasha.
I'm good, thanks, Mr. Mapawi.
I'm good also. Na sasa kwenye tunakuwa family baranda. Kama kicho bakiranda ati pari atunke nkuri. Muswe mata wibutukirasi. Ba family yabe lebe hivi. Ifana ngutuleta baira. Sokule kasezo wabera fanga bele byabo. Yapwa. Sasa iya hivi ya shiri. Yapwa bakisi ziko yapta. Kwa sababu family bana haitisa tikushika indika kirimuno. Indika muri fyongo. Ona mbakutaka kwa fyongo. Abe bakivite bwisasa. Hata kuya mafaya fama fa hasi hata unfafuta kwa improvisation. Wao hivi sana.
namwishiba ishagocha uchanakapa president zakapata vakanso abotoma kuti mava fire attend kana vanhu mwenye kwati maita fire attenders ai because si yakulisha so to June 8 yani shani cases au yakulisha so mwenye kuti ati bonda wala mwa wale pangiza kula mechi mule kula mama wati funga
0955-855-953. That is the number you are calling on this particular afternoon. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
Mr. Malasha Mwabo Bagamba.
If we're talking about February, no got to spend a bike carashon.
Yawe, ifuna tuikala February, le sanapala, epo charo tachkwete chongo, niwa mwanza pandola.
Mugai bakonga nyepo.
Okay. Ine, nalalanda muliso. Nalaiba feba politician bonse pali chicha tika pantwalite mwa ukufumana ngu bonse abafumapo nabayashi bonse uwafumapo president twamba ukumukonka echa number 1 ero bachiruba batire declare Christian nation bali nini batirero bafire inchushi bali bapokele byoncho kubapokera kumonensa pato so fire lubola fire ingira so apartheid twafika turoleshe kuliresa kulishanya mushe chinshi chalenga kibalungu chibepi government ikanyo kumfwana na ba family twale munesi adetika so lisambiriro ukweba kinanguba etetinga bali kuminepo tulelomba bekamba tyo tubeka tetu steshani tu ukupirikisho omuntu tekishuma but muloleshe bonse ba politician kuliresa ululu bola lwaingira taruperele lya papene na tulekwa dukese ingira muri generation ikaleisa because ama setting yaku imono kwewati uyo mapo tumukonke yo we are state. That's why we are failing to handle ourselves concerning na development chakula ya pepile unaikira ko 15 so lelo tule mono kwewati umune so kwashira twatita continue no tentu stepi na ina din stepi so iriri sambiriro lekeni bashiki abene pantu muntu wabo ba family abene nabapingula bati leso mwine ekire muri ba politician. Thank you
0955-855-953. That is the number you are calling on this particular afternoon. It is the Friday edition of Views on News. 0955-855-953. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Baivan. Komba shani?
Komba February, Barjan.
Segundo bara maparo, shira bombo. Wakenda ko ine aba president yana na ivi pamwe, ndaba balekere sirangu miti mashakari pashani. Ibintu fireta ba Ivan mwaikala panshi mwa wiki shanya. Nemiti mashaba tondoro tukula se no bukari no bukari wala shikatuita. Rangu wala tupesha peto. Ibintu fireta ba Ivan sangu balanda shani kuwikishanya sibonse twajishibali twa wikishanya bene bintu firenda bwino not bashikira ba president kulya awasa chwe mechera na chibipisha na chibipata chwe rofetu bashikira bako bashikira abanabo amkuka ni kwa shani se kwa to mutima shako erera libonse ba Ivan
tatotera 0955-855-953. That is 0955-855-953. That is the number you are calling me on this particular afternoon. It is the Friday edition of Views on News. That is 0955-855-953. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mara. This is Saudi from the calling from Sirawabwe.
Please do go ahead.
Na ina hatira focus for pia kwena ndefo ko tambene muri shiro kutira difardira kubali mukanza kwa chalo kabiri ine warandire wakalanda bambyo kutira ichi abakwetishe kwa maka kwa bayashi takuri ichire ba backing our government otherwise the decision yabona abapanga takabasegesa mutende utwaliro kwa mzambi na tota mitamata
atatela 0955-855-953. That is 0955-855-953. That is the number you are calling on this particular afternoon. That is 0955 855 953 to give me a call and let me know what your views are on the news. You're through to Sun FM. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hey, Mama, the Monday.
Good afternoon, Barjani.
I'll take a one by Shaman, by DK, Paruan Japan.
Mukai Batiki Wakonga Nyepo.
I'm why. I'm going to Valera in Dapo. Very issue our home president, whatever it's like for South Africa, I'm at the side. But that's where me. I can't find no take. What if you want to say, if we make a plan, then our family, of the bottom to more of what you walk like it. Then I tell president, then let's fight in October to go consideration and China. You have to from me, they will be. Mama, because here what you politics China. If you have a pain, Mama, because they never know what you our never share the poor, but a pocket fin to fingy, our Kashmir pocket fin to fingy. So that's one for we. Number, you want to know about 20 quality of Holanda and Tintan over Teco. You have been a few days at a Waba for you. Nothing to feel there's a very wish. Mamma. So we are particularly our president and our family now. So, I'm saying what is better for you. Government, no appearance could have been Stumbin Sunny, Stumbi, Bakavanivana, party. Let us say, as a Christian nation, they would be together and moment. Which was the president watching in Mexico, but GK. Now, what to Mexico, our own to now we went to the Ramana in the picture, Ponda, the Kulavan incident, that money they are about the about the president of Reshika. He was Dick of Reshika, no matter what the Chavati. So our family was heading to a pump.
All right, thank you. I think I have space for maybe one or two more calls before we come to an end of today's Views on News. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
I'm going. Now, this is Clifford. Yes, this is Clifford from Ndola.
Please do go ahead.
Yes, in the most of comment on what we have heard concerning our president. So in a comment I can say I think it's level so that you can what is in Zambia, because there's a lot that transpired. And then I think it's a lesson to our politicians that not everything that we need to politicize. Yeah, at least it's almost for something that authority for our limits in terms of how we do certain things.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Well, time does not seem to be our best ally. If we do have this is our last call. Good afternoon.
Hello, Mama Lasa.
Mukwai.
Wawombe Mukwai.
Mfuto bomba febu kino katushi bai karashan bena.
Wawomba febu na Thomas Tomuli pachia bombo.
Mukwai bakonka nyepo.
Wanasenda kuwaine kampo bati wala bafami satisfied atbala shika sana kitapachio cha wale kama president. Icho kwela chawe chalo wana kuponka na seno kutumpana ntambise sha chalo kyakanika. So bena Zambia former president wetu baiba mushikire ku South Africa. Moneni kwali bokusana mu bantu bali kusene bakateka bayashina bakateka bali ko mu politics yabo bale angana bale tabale umfana lero apalimfwa kula bokufumya ko fyonse fyo mwafumya ko mwagweshe kintu pamo noti yo mutima bakosheshe abantu barerorera mu cyaro bari fakateka wabesha mushiki ebade decide to alashija safi Amba bale monati basoba ngero bakabuela lwene mirandiro shikakanika anga kuli mirando ngakuli ama problems ili still fikakonkanya.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
That happens to be our last caller for today. That is 0955855953. You know, when these things are like on autoplay. But anyways, that has been a Friday edition of Views on News. Thank you to everybody that came through. We still have more coming up on the drive. That's the Friday edition. Thank God it's Friday. It's TGIF. Do stay tuned, stay listening and watching. Good afternoon.